Hello writers, I'm Sandra and welcome back to my channel where I share writing tips, my creative journey, as well as some writing inspiration. So today I wanted to share with you my 5 top reasons as to why you should participate in NaNoWriMo. And if you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, don't worry, I'm going to give you a brief description on what NaNoWriMo is, where you can join for free, and where you can sign up and learn more about NaNoWriMo. So the acronym NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month, and it takes place every November. So NaNoWriMo is a non-profit organization. What that means is that it's a free online event that happens every year, and thousands of people partake, not only writers but people that are aspiring writers, people that love writing, and people that just want to connect with the writing community or form a writing habit or even write a novel in 30 days. So the whole point of NaNoWriMo is to write 50,000 words in 30 days and basically to write every day 1,667 words. It's a very intense writing challenge, however it is doable and everyone can join, and you don't really have to complete the challenge if you don't want to. You could maybe try this year to see how much you can write and then build your tolerance for next year. It's all up to you. There's no, there's nothing like tying you to this challenge, but it is a nice challenge to do because I'm going to get into the reasons why. But I do believe that it's a nice challenge to try or attempt if you're a writer, a non-writer, and someone that just wants to start writing. I highly recommend. Every year I try to get more and more people on board because I really stand by this challenge, and I just love the writing community that arises every November because thousands of people all around the world join this writing challenge, and it's a online writing challenge, so you could literally connect with anyone and you can find friends everywhere or even in your own town because they have event organizers in everyone's town and country, I believe. Well, at least here in Toronto we have some people that do organize some events online and offline, so that's pretty cool as well. So one last thing that I wanted to mention about NaNoWriMo is that it was founded in 1999, so it's been around for a long time. Honestly, for me, I think it's been maybe 7 or 8 years that I'm participating. I have not won every year because to win you would have to write 50,000 words before the end of November, so November 30th, and submit it and have them email you basically a certificate saying you completed the challenge. So yeah, I do believe I only won the first year I participated, and I was in grade 12. I was still finishing up high school and it was so exciting. Then I had university and it's been so busy, and then in the last 2 years I've been trying to run my own business, so I've been partaking without like actually completing the challenge. But this year I want that to change. I feel like this is finally the year where I'm gonna get back into writing more consistently, and I'm gonna be making a lot of writing videos. So if you are interested in that, I would highly recommend you subscribing and keeping a lookout for the next few videos coming your way. And if you want any more information or if you want to sign up for free, the link will be down below, the NaNoWriMo link, and I'll also leave my profile link down below, so in case you want to become friends with me and you want to share your progress with me or see how many words I write a day, you can go ahead and do that as well. Without further ado, now I'm going to go into the 5 reasons why I think you should participate in NaNoWriMo. So my very first reason, I basically just finished talking about it, and it's the community aspect. So NaNoWriMo brings people around the world together, as I said, but it goes deeper than that because once NaNoWriMo happens, a lot of people become more aware every single year about this challenge. There's a lot more videos, there's a lot more people talking about it, people recommending it, and basically Twitter goes crazy and all the other social media platforms, they go crazy. Use the hashtag NaNoWriMo, NaNoWriMo 2020, 2021, 2022, and you can basically follow so many people and interact with so many people. So I know for me, my whole life, it's been really hard to find friends or people that are interested in writing. And so as soon as I do meet someone that is interested, I always tell them, hey, November is coming up and it's NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month. You should definitely come join, and we should definitely inspire each other to write and share each other's stories, because the act of writing itself is very solitary. So I think sometimes we forget that there is actually a community out there. There are actually other people that will understand what you're going through, because writing a book is not something people understand until they try it themselves or they have interest in it themselves, right? So I really love that aspect. I feel like November every year, you are guaranteed to make 1 or 2 writing friends. You're guaranteed to find more people in line and in tune with what you like, which is to write or books or whatever it is. So I love the community aspect of NaNoWriMo. And not only that, I feel like NaNoWriMo is the only time where people feel more comfortable and more safe to not only share their writing, but their writing journey, to basically tell everyone else around them, like, hey, listen, this month I'm focusing on writing. And by doing that, sometimes you get other people that they don't maybe want to write a full novel, but they want to start writing some poetry. I've had that happen before with a past friend, and it's really cool to like do this one thing that's so solitary with so many other people, even if it's like, you know, you do your own thing, they do their own thing, but you can talk and bounce ideas off, and you feel less alone, and you feel like, oh, this could be something, I could do something with this, you know, I'm not alone. There are people that are interested in my writing or in my book, etc. So it's a really good foundation, it's a really good entry point, I would say, to build a writing community, to find like-minded friends. My second reason as to why you should participate is that it helps you prioritize writing. So it could be very easy when, you know, you go through life, you go to school, you go to work, you have children, or you have, you know, other things you need to deal with, to put writing in the back burner. You don't think about it. Maybe you've always wanted to write a book, but you never found the time or the energy to do so. So having 1 month every year, or having a month that is dedicated to that, and you know that there's support from other people doing this challenge, then it helps you actually make writing a priority. Even if it's just 20 minutes or 30 minutes or an hour a day, it's that time that you never allowed yourself or never gave to yourself before. So I think it's a very good exercise in prioritizing writing, and to give more time to reflection and more time to literally exploring your ideas. And similarly, for my third reason, is that it helps you form a writing routine or a writing habit. When you start to write every single day for 30 days, you basically form a habit. There's been a lot of research on habit forming, and from what I've heard, the general consensus is that after 3 weeks, you really start to solidify any habit. So if that's, you know, going to the gym, taking walks, etc. So when you make it through the first week, the second week, and even the third week, which actually gets harder, because at that point you're like, why am I doing this? Or should I continue doing this? Or I got this now, I can stop doing this. But it's not the case. Like, I think that once you hit the 1 month mark without like quitting or stopping or taking too long of breaks, you start to realize, oh, this is something I can do. This is something I can take a little bit of time off my day, and it makes me feel good. It, you know, it fits into my schedule because I've made it fit for once, and I feel like I can continue doing this. So especially if you love writing, or if you aspire to become a writer or an author or self-publish or whatever you want to do with your novel or your story or your book or whatever writing adventure that you're trying to create for yourself, I think this is a really good starting point on being consistent as a writer. I remember before ever doing my first NaNoWriMo, I've always was writing, and I loved writing, but I would do it like very sporadically. I would journal all the time, but for writing fiction, I would basically write a chapter or two in my novel and then not touch it maybe for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 months. You know, like, it just was so sporadic, and I'm like, if I want to become a writer, this is not really the way that is going to bring me to that path, right? Because anything you want to do, you need a certain time of hours that you spend into it and that you dedicate your life to it. So I think, especially if you want to be a full-time writer or even a part-time writer, if you want to publish things, it's really good to have a writing routine or a writing habit. Even if like you do the first 30 days and then after NaNoWriMo you decide, oh, you know what, I'm gonna write every second day, or I'm gonna write every 3 days, or I'm gonna write 1 hour a week or 2 hours a week. It's still a routine that you didn't have beforehand, unless you do have it beforehand. But I'm mostly talking about like when you first start out, or if you've been out of the writing habit and the writing practice for a while and you want to get back into it, NaNoWriMo is a great starting point. My fourth reason is that you almost have a completed draft by the end of the month. Like 30 days and you have 50,000 words. I mean, a regular novel is anywhere between like 70 or 60 to 70 to 80,000 words, so you don't have much left to go. You know, you could keep going for 2, 3, 4 more weeks and you'll have your first draft done and done. I think that's really something to consider, especially if you know you've never finished something before. So this really pushes you to like start and not stop your novel, or not stop your idea, or if you're going back to an old idea that you have, at least this time you will finish it or be more inclined to finish it. And it's good practice to finish things, especially in creative endeavors, especially in writing. So I think that's an amazing selling point. Personally, for me, I think that's like, sometimes when there's a novel that I really can't seem to finish, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do my own mini NaNoWriMo so I can put my all into it and not hesitate and not take myself out of the story for too long and just finish it up. And I think that's what's really needed sometimes, because when you take too much time, too much lapse of time, and you always come back and you have to always reread the chapters, and what ends up happening is you spend so much time rereading, refocusing, editing even maybe, and you get so sidetracked and distracted and it's too overwhelming, and then you want to quit again because you know you're gonna start and stop. So it's a good thing to finish something or to have a first draft finish in NaNoWriMo. And my fifth reason is that you win prizes. So not only that you win a prize that you actually complete a 50,000 word novel, or that you complete almost the first draft for your novel or whatever work that you're working on. So once you validate your 50,000 words by November 30th, then you also win some prizes. So I don't know what the latest prizes have been, because like I said, I only won the first year. When I won the first year, it was my perfect opportunity to buy the Scrivener application, so the Scrivener software. And Scrivener is just an amazing software that is for writers and writing and formatting, and I just freaking love Scrivener so much. So I knew that I wanted to win my first time around, especially so I could get 50% off Scrivener, and I have been using Scrivener religiously for all of my novels since. So I think I've written about, or I've been in the middle of like 6 to 7 novels since then, and they've all been through Scrivener. But I do know that they have other prizes from other companies and other like writing related prizes for online softwares. So I'm just gonna give you a little tour of the 2021 winner prizes. In the 2021 prizes, they had percentage off for Dabble, for Storyist software, Noveler, Campfire, Fourth the Words, Hermit, World Anvil, Pro Writing Aid, Sisters in Crime, the Ninja Writers Club, Novelpad, Plotter, Mojo, and yeah, so there's a bunch of things that they offer every year, and I think it's a great opportunity. So if you like writing, and you'll not only validate and have your own first draft, you will also be able to have a percentage off certain writing program and softwares. I do remember in the past they used to have this prize where you could like get money off on printing your own book or something like that. But honestly, I think every year varies. I think they might still have Scrivener every year. And honestly, every time I post a video or a picture of me working on my novel through Scrivener, I've always get responses of people saying, hey, what's that software? Where can I get it? And then I tell them where they can get it, but I also always tell them that if they participate in NaNoWriMo and they like accomplish NaNoWriMo, they could get 50% off. And I also remind them that they can have a 30-day free trial of Scrivener. So if you want to have Scrivener before you even complete the challenge and validate your novel and get 50% off, you can also use my code down below and get a free trial of Scrivener for the next 30 days beforehand, or you could start it on November 1st and until November 30th, and then buy your own 50% off if you win NaNoWriMo, obviously. So those were the 5 personal reasons that I joined and participated in NaNoWriMo the first time. And honestly, those are the 5 reasons that kept me always participating every year, even if I don't win, and always the reasons why I try to get other people to partake and participate, and I thought I would share with you. Obviously, there are like at least 20 other reasons as to why I like NaNoWriMo and why I joined, but these were my 5 big main ones, and I think these are the ones that have to be shared with other people and to inspire other people to, basically try. You don't have to win, you can just try it and see if it's for you. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will have more NaNoWriMo Preptober videos coming up soon, and then we will have NaNoWriMo vlogs, writing vlogs as I write my novel in November, 50,000 words hopefully. Hopefully this will be the second year I will win NaNoWriMo as well. And if you want a Preptober checklist, Preptober being the preparation in October for your novel in NaNoWriMo November, you can download my free PDF down below on my website. You'll have a link down below just for you, so you can download it for free and, you know, just go through that checklist this month before starting NaNoWriMo next month. So for now, I'm gonna go work on my novel's outline, and I'll see you next week with another Preptober video. Bye!
I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply.